Okay, and we're back for the next coach interview with Connor.
What's up, guys?
And Connor, what is your team name?
The Chicago Chrysalias. Best city, best Pokemon. No more explanation needed.
Okay, and you've participated in only season 2 in NBA.
That's right.
Any other league experiences?
Yeah, I've been playing competitively for about 3.5 years, but
Hmm.
my main tier's Ubers. I've
Ah,
peaked ladder multiple times, done Smogon tournaments and stuff, but I've dabbled in OU here and there, so I kind of have a sort of a swath of knowledge of the different metagames, I'd like to think.
ah. And so in last season, you came in the semis and losing to the almighty TC.
All I have to
Oh
say
my,
about that is fuck Meloetta, fuck RNG. Whoever put crits in this game should be shot in the face.
I agree. And if this got off topic, but I hate how crits go through stat boosts. I don't like that.
I
I
do.
mean, it's entertaining when you're playing turds on the ladder and they
Yeah,
talk shit and you crit them, but
yeah.
as far as from a competitive standpoint is concerned, it's not really necessary. It just kind of takes
Also,
away
I don't
from
know
the
why they
enjoyment of the
buffed
game.
crits. They buffed them for some reason. It used to be like times 1.5, and now it's times 2. Oh no,
The
no,
other
I
way
mean the other
around,
way
The other
around.
Matt.
way
The
around.
other way around. And but
They
then
nerfed them.
yeah, I mean, but then they added the if ignore stat boost.
That was there since Gen 1, I'm pretty sure.
No, that
Nah,
was. I'm pretty sure that was new.
crit mechanics were
Uh,
screwed up in Gen 1, actually.
it's
It
like
ignored
whoever
your
had
own
the
stat
like
boosts.
yeah a higher speed stat had like a higher crit chance or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
Electrode
pretty
had
sure in Gen 1, like,
a
crits
chance
would
to crit.
ignore your stat boost too. So if
Yeah,
you had
they
like a
would.
+3, it would only
Yeah,
be like times 2 boost.
yeah, so like in Gen 1 Ubers, when you have Calm Mind Wars or
It's
whatever, or
phone.
even if you're at +6/+6 and you crit something with Mewtwo, it'll do like 30%.
Oh, okay. Well, next question. What are your goals for the season? Like, beating someone in your division, making the playoffs, taking it all?
Win it all.
Got
Any
it.
other goal would be, I mean, you can't aspire to anything less than championship. You always got to go in with the mindset, no matter what kind of player you are, that you're going to win the championship, or else the lack of confidence is going to get to you.
I agree.
I mean, looking at Matt in his division, I think his goal is just to get about 5 wins.
I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't complain. Okay, so for this season, who or what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge for you?
The RNG.
True.
Any big
Monkey
any big
rare.
threats that you're watching out for? Pokemon and otherwise?
Do you really think I'm going to reveal my draft strat on a YouTube video? Nah, dude.
I asked if there's anything that you thought was a threat, but okay.
Exactly, dude. If I reveal what I think's a threat, then you know what I'm gunning for in the next round.
Ah,
I
Me.
can do that.
okay, okay. Any comments on your draft or anyone else's draft?
Hmm. I'd have to take a look at the sheet for that. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how my draft's gone so far, honestly.
Any
But
snipes?
I think in terms of draft plans, what a lot of people do is either they don't plan at all, which I don't think is a good strategy, or
See,
they make an absolutely rigid plan and say, okay, in this round I want this, in this round I want that. You can't go in and do that because there's always going to be something that throws a wrench in your plans. You always got to have a contingency plan in
yeah, if
place.
it's like if one thing gets sniped, then you're everything
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
else.
you,
Yeah.
you can't be derailed. That's why for a lot of popular Pokemon I had on my draft slate, I had backup plans in place. Like, okay, what if someone wants this and
Exactly. That's how
takes
you
it
have to
before,
do it.
sort of thing. Yeah,
Yeah. And it's pretty much in this with 16 people, you have to really pick and choose what you want. Is really in my opinion is like you really have to look at who's in your division and try and like pick for them specifically because you can't like check everyone in the draft. It's kind of impossible with like how with the mods that you get. Because like since me and Connor were at the back end of the draft, we didn't get too many the top tier mons per se.
yeah. that was one thing that definitely went into my draft planning process because
Yeah.
I
You
knew I
couldn't
wasn't going
plan
to have a
around getting like
crack at
yeah.
I
You
couldn't
couldn't
get a
plan about
crack at
getting
some of the top
Manaphy or
picks. Yeah,
Landorus
exactly.
Incarnate. You couldn't get those things.
Yeah, so I knew realistically I would have to go for sort of a middle of the road sort of thing. But
Yeah.
I knew going in I wasn't going to use my tier 1 pick for the first wheel because I figured a lot of the stuff that I wanted tier 1 wise was going to be gone and I didn't want to force myself into a suboptimal pick. So I was actually going between Cresselia and Suicune for the first pick. And I knew Suicune and Cress were never going to come back to me. I pretty much figured that Anthony was going to take Suicune
One of
right
you
after
were.
because yeah. And I mean, I did have a good experience with Suicune last season. I was really happy with how it did, but I wanted to try something different, and I had a draft plan in place that I felt fit Cress more, so that ultimately led to my decision.
Ah, okay. So how do you think the? I was really interested in the Cresselia Mega Scizor pick. I thought that was really interesting. What do you think of that? It is like something that you actually wanted, or is like some?
Yeah, that
Okay.
was
How does it
actually
switch into a V create?
that was exactly what I wanted going in, honestly.
Oh, okay. It's just you're debating between Suicune and Cresselia.
Yeah,
Okay.
the the strategy for both was basically the same, but I know I can get different mons that synergize better with either of those two things in the later rounds.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really too worried if one of them got picked before me, but I figured no one would really go for the tier 2 mons in their first go round. A lot of people would just try and be aggressive with either their megas or their tier 1
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah. It's like what the thing is with the wheel is like you get to jump on tier twos or like it's like you kind of have to get like a value tier one pick or just not one at all. But you get a jump on tier twos is what I like a lot. I didn't do that this time, but you got a jump and got Cresselia right away, and Anthony got Suicune. It's like
Yeah,
that's why I
exactly.
kind of it's like you get a jump on it with the wheel pick, but then again you just don't get the good tier ones. So it's kind of like pick or choose.
Yeah, it was kind of nice for me because as far as tier 1s were concerned, there were only 3 that kind of stuck out to me as things that I would want, being Keld, Skarm, and Hippo. And because most people had already used their tier 1 picks, I figured that I would have no problem getting one of those 3 on the way back.
Hmm. Yeah, I was actually going to pick Keldeo when it came back to me, but then I decided against it. I was like, it checks that Mega Scizor. Maybe it'll get back to me. No, you picked it up. Did you pick it?
Yeah,
Did you pick it up in mind, thinking that it's one of the counters to Mega Scizor, or just not really?
I didn't have it in mind as necessarily a counter to Mega Scizor. I just, in my experience with using Mega Scizor, which albeit isn't all that, I don't even know how to put it because
Not that
I've
much.
used it. No, because I've used it extensively, just not recently.
Oh,
So
okay.
I feel like the metagame might have changed a bit since I used it because I was playing more OU before stuff like Hoopa Unbound got banned and things like that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure if all the experience was applicable, but I really liked using Keld and Mega Scizor together. They really worked well in an OU format, so I figured I might as well try it in the league.
Yeah, Keldeo and Mega Scizor are like two of the top tier Pokemon at OU, like right alongside Clef. Always
Yeah.
got to be Clef. Can't
Which
be
obviously I wasn't going to get anyway,
no.
so it
Who
didn't
got who
matter.
got Clef again? I know someone did.
Yeah, and I know it went first
Sacred
5.
Thunder has it. He got it
Ah,
round 1, and he was the 6th pick.
wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing someone build like like I think I remember him feeling like some kind of steel type with it. Was he the one who got Mega Aggron?
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got Clefable, Latios, Mega Aggron, so he's got his Dragon Fairy Steel Core immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm not as big a fan of the type cores for league play as I am for actual team building. Because if you think about it, for ladder play, of course, you only have those 6 Pokemon to pick from, so you want to have a type core that can go against a lot of the metagame threats. But with league play, you're not going to be bringing that core to every match, and if you do, it becomes really predictable, so you sort of lose out on the benefits you would have for having that kind of a type core.
Yeah, it's like water, fire, grass cores. Like, yes, they're good, quote unquote, but you can't. It's like okay, I wouldn't like say I wouldn't go for a water, fire, grass core. Like, I don't go into a draft with the mindset I want a water, fire, grass core, but I will pick up a water, fire, and a grass type most likely because like
Right.
every team needs a water type. They need a scald switch in, or like some kind of scald switch in. Most of the time it's a water type, and just having a bulky water in general is very nice. And the other two, I don't see like them essential, but you want those types.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point, but
Yeah.
going into a draft with the mindset, okay, I gotta get my core done, that's not what you want.
No, it's like yeah, uh, and it's with the opinion is like you have to go for synergy right away. I don't really think that's the thing.
No, you just gotta go for overall, because if
Yeah.
you do your draft in chunks, you run the risk of forcing a pick.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why it's like
yeah, sure,
yeah.
something, like, I could have said, okay, well, I want to take on dark types with Cresselia, so let me go and get Keldeo Cresselia in my first 2 picks. But I knew that wasn't really smart because I know Mega Scizor is pretty popular, so I figured, alright, on the next go round, I can finish up that core. I don't need to finish it up right away.
Yeah, it's like with the two picks you got, Mega Scissor, Cresselia, you're like option. What you're saying is like your options were kind of open for you to pick. So it's like
Exactly.
if
So
Keldeo
if
got
something
picked,
else did get taken,
yeah,
yeah, exactly.
then you're covered.
Because I mean, last season in the NBA, I actually had Poliwrath as my sort of counter for that type of thing because I recognized that my team was weak to stuff like Bisharp and Weavile, so I picked that up as one of the late picks, and it actually ended up doing quite well for me. So I did have contingency plans in place just in case Keldeo went off the board.
Okay, I'm good. I was just dying for a sec.
All right, all good, dude.
And I think we can wrap this up with the one last question. Uh, oh,
Oh, is this callouts?
yeah, go ahead. Explain it to him.
Oh, I'm doing callouts? Alright. So now, Connor, do you have anyone in this league that you want to call out? Anyone in your division? Just people you face in general, or just like, new guy, you suck?
No, there's no reason to talk shit before games. You let the results speak for you.
Ooh, wise words. Okay, man, it's time to end it now. So, thanks for watching the interview, guys. Thanks for being here, Connor.
No problem.
Alright, so we'll see you guys later. There should be a new interview probably up sometime soon. Depends on when Matt gets around to it. See you everyone later.